I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, welcome all. And today we are going to discuss a new topic that is on people first leadership. And we will understand when the why goes fuzzy. Because all these days in all the sessions we have discussed the importance of why. Now in a different context we will discuss. So Sam Walton did not invent the discount retail store, and he did not rely on cheap prices to inspire his team. When he founded when he founded Walmart, he was driven by a deep belief in people. He believed that if he looked after his employees and the community, they would look after the company. He believed that if he looked after his employees and the community, they would look after the company. Service was his higher cause, and Walton himself was the ultimate everyman who drove a pickup truck and got his hair cut at the local barber. So, but when Walton passed away, okay, the company suffered a split. They confused why they existed. To serve people, that was their core motto, but they got confused. And with what actually they got confused with how they did business to offer low price. So these two actually are two different paradigms wherein actually the confusion arised and it was not clear to them by their leadership. So the company became obsessed with bottom line efficiency and margins. As a result, a company once universally loved by its communities, become plagued by scandals and lawsuits regarding employee treatment. In contrast, look at Costco. Founder Jim Nagel. Founder Jim Nagel followed the exact same philosophy as Walton. He put people first. Nagel famously paid his employees significantly more than the industry average and offered amazing health benefits. Wall Street analysts criticized him heavily, demanding he cut costs to boost margin. But Snigel refused to let his wife go fudgy. He knew that paying good wages and keeping people happy was the ultimate secret to a business that lasts 50 years. So, this is the key message today. And the same thing we are able to see in a pictorial manner in the infographics displayed here. In the first golden circle, we are seeing in the context how actually the two founders were prioritizing the employees. Both have actually prioritized their employees and embraced the people first leadership approach. But in case of Walmart, actually they got derailed in between because the founder or the main leadership actually got dislocated. So people do not buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So the same philosophy was embraced by Costco, and they definitely were successful, and now also I think they are the leaders still. Or I'm not sure whether it is Amazon in Western countries, but yeah, they have actually strictly followed and following the employee first or the people first leadership approach. So here in the graph, we see clarity and results in the y-axis and time in the x-axis. So with what it is, money and metrics, that gets sorted out when the why and how part is actually properly sorted. The why is again purpose. If it is sorted, then it will be automatically, the what part is automatically taken care. Success is a clarity of why. Results are simply milestone. That is the what. Now coming to another situation when the split actually happens, that is the biggest challenge in success. So the same graph when exposed to the critical crisis, when the why diminishes, why is fragmented, the purpose is not clear, that time the split is very clearly been observed. That is the difference. This is the difference. This is how actually is accepted to bring the monetary like results of the result of the matrix. However, the y is kind of diminishing. That is why the gap is obviously seen. So result versus success. Success is clarity of y. Results are simply milestones. And this we have understood from the case study today that we have understood from the Walmart versus the Costco.
Costco, yeah.
Costco, yeah. The lost why found. Okay, this one, the primary focus is bottom line and efficiency. When it is changed, primary focus has changed to bottom line and efficiency only. The stock performance, no, the primary focus was the efficiency, keeping the purpose intact. That time, the stock performance actually gained by 300%. But when it has been declined, the Y is lost. That time actually, the scenario has been changed and it was much better implemented by Costco with the clear high Y persisted. Here actually we have seen how it has been decreased with time. So they gained 800% since 1992, and whereas the Walmart gained only 300%. So the loyalty part also we had discussed in previous session how the loyalty can be ensured, but the temporary benefit or the temporary results can be achieved the stick and correct method. Now coming to the revision part, let's revise the key takeaway from today's session. One is the split. The single greatest challenge in any organization that faces is success. As you grow, it is incredibly easy to obsess over your result. That is the word part, and completely forget your purpose. Why? So that is actually when the split happens. So we need to remain very clear that no matter how big the organization is, how rapidly the organization is growing, or in terms of personal journey also, if we need to continue growing in a very holistic manner, then the why should not be lost. Second key insight is people over margin. Cheap prices are manipulation. True loyalty only emerges when an organization authentically serves and protects its people. And when it says about people, I believe it is including the customers' right also. They definitely don't ignore the customers' right. And the third and the last key insight from today's session is ignoring the critics. That is, inspiring leaders trust their original cause more than they trust outside. More than they trust outside analysts who demanded short-term financial gains. So critics will be there in every field, in every sphere of life, especially when it is a publicly listed company. There will be some shareholders, stakeholders, and who will play the role of a critic and wants to change the policy in favor of only profit and increasing the margin to gain monetary benefit. But if the company has a very strong why, then they will not take it. and for a long term, that is the win-win situation. So today's two deep reflection questions are here. First one is, have you ever been part of a project or team where the focus shifted from doing something great to simply hitting the numbers? How did the culture changes? I could recollect actually. There are few projects where I was been part of, wherein actually the domain knowledge or the complete visibility of the project we were not having, and the client were also very busy, or they do not want to expose fully their full picture. Actually, they were not giving, and only giving a very small part of the task, and asking us to achieve whatever needed. And I have very clearly remember that the people they are working for that project were not motivated. They think that okay, it's a transactional thing that they need to do, just to do whatever they want or this are saying, and their innovation will not come obviously, because they are very much focused only on that small set of results which they were able to kind of perceive. But instead, if they would have given the big picture and they would have embraced the whole team as their own team, and kind of nurtured in that manner how they are nurturing their own employees, then this team also could have given much more innovative ideas and make the things like the prediction of the future failures could have been actually gathered very easily, and there was a bigger failure actually which could have been avoided. So that's my takeaway. Anyone of you, if you want to give any insight on this or your personal experience, you are free to give.
Yeah, because I like the very last line on this particular slide, the tipping point of loyalty, how the loyalty is built. It is not just for the company, it is in every relationship, right? This true loyalty is an emotional bond in the brain of the buyer from when values are aligned. So yeah, I love that particular statement. You know,
Very true.
yeah, while working with any relationship in office or this thing, yeah, it is almost you almost recognize the values behind it when you talk to any particular person. You know,
Yeah.
and then it is the emotional white, not something to show outside. Yeah, so very beautiful line there. Thank you.
Thank you. And the last reflection for today is, where in your own life or career is your why starting to go fuzzy because you are too focused on the results? You are too focused on the results and you are ignoring the why. We need to identify that particular phase of life or that particular aspect of life, and definitely that needs a critical attention of ours, so that we can realign better, and the long term success can be ensured. Otherwise, we might be kind of chasing for something tangible and very small, and the consistency definitely will not be able to persist it or attain. Yeah, this ends today's discussion. Yeah, if one last interpretation I can make is metrics or the results what we saw, right? Metrics and data only measures what has already happened. They can never measure the invisible, limitless potential of a team that is deeply inspired and treated with care. This is the crux of today's session, and
Yeah.
message to us that we need to follow, be it in our team or in our family. We need to keep this pursuit or the value system, keep in the value system, so that holistically we grow and later.
Yeah. Because which particular chapter we are on or page number? Just a rough.
Page number. do not remember exactly. I will let you know. I'll ping
No
you.
problem. Yeah, no problem.
Or maybe tomorrow I will let you know.
Yeah. Take your time. No rush. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you then. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you, Ramesh ji. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Om Shanti.